Hey guys, hope you guys are having a great week so far. I am going to take the time to put this quick video together. I've had a lot of questions from people on social media about how I traded the chop today because I shared that I had three trades today off the New York session within the first hour and a half, and I managed to get a win on all three. Now, just to say to start off though, these weren't big trades. I wasn't looking for long-term holds, nothing crazy. I knew my day already off the gates from a managing expectations perspective. I wasn't expecting a lot within the time frames that I had. I knew I was also going to be on the road for work and I wouldn't have time to manage anything. So although I did miss a really good setup as I took the profits sooner, I'm still very content with the day. Again, mindset of abundance. There will be many more days to trade. So I'm going to get started here. So three accounts that I traded today. First one was Apex, which I'm going to highlight actually over on the left-hand side here. This is the Discord. This is where I was posting all of the trade setups there. But I started with Apex and then I worked through two Top Step accounts. So I'm going to highlight the trades I took. So the first one, as noted on the left-hand side here, this was an Apex account. I scalped. I got my $500 on the day. And for those who are new to following my content, I don't trade micros. So if you're kind of wondering how I got so much from just scalping, it is from trading minis. I used to trade micros when I was still building up my strategy, but I just trade minis now. So the first one here I kind of highlighted here, which I obviously did, delete a lot of these markings, but I'll zoom in here just for the sake of illustration. This 2-minute candle was our failure to go higher. And since we were failing the channel and an area of interest for me, I took my stab at essentially looking to short uh, downwards below into the New York opening print spot. So the moment this 2-minute candle gave me that signal, I took an entry for shorts and I basically captured the short down towards the break below the New York opening print and I scalped and sold immediately. So that was the first one. And again, as you can see, thankfully I didn't hold it. I mean, although, yeah, we did still get a move further down. The intraday trailing drawdown would have wrecked me with these constant pullbacks. And although you can't see it in this candle right now because it's not live, this candle actually may have opened up here, but it did push up and down constantly throughout the 2-minute period of time. So that was the first trade. So 2-minute failure to go higher, below a channel of interest, all of that. That's what interests my short scalp. And again, with us being where we are, it just didn't feel right to hold for lower, even though there was opportunity. Now, with that said, I did take a second trade. The second trade I took was on my Top Step account. And so with this Top Step account, I took the Gravestone Doji candle as a lower high indicator for me, and I basically entered the short. Now, if I would have gone stopped out, it would have been above the level here, which would have been a fairly tight stop loss. But again, I'm scalping, so I sort of have to. This was a little bit of a bigger trade, though. As noted, this was a 2R trade for me. And so this is the one where I actually got about just under $1,000 in profit with this account. But I shorted this and I took it all the way down, which is where I exited here as well. So that was the second trade. So very similar, right? A failure to go higher candle doji here with a short setup on the first one. The second one was a lower high with a gravestone doji down to the downside as well. And then the third trade that I took was a double bottom, which for those who have been following me will know I love double bottoms and double tops. I do generally look for those setups. For the last one, I did take this double bottom here. Took this my signal candle, entered here. Again, tight stop loss. Wouldn't have been too much of a loss if I did. And basically just scalped. As you can see, there was a much higher move here. But as soon as I got my $472 on the trade, I did exit it and I walked away and I basically hit the road from that point on. And so as you can see, though, there was continuation off this double bottom that actually presented itself as a really solid trade. You can see, though, that we are also respecting areas, right, that I had marked on the chart already. And then those who have been following me in the Discord would have saw that already. Our New York opening print saw resistance. Our level up here saw resistance as well. But basically, if you would have taken this, basically this area here would have been a pretty solid entry for a higher low setup or potential higher low setup. As you can see, it did push all the way up. And so the other entry would have been actually on this trade, which would have been if you, let's say you entered down here for the higher low, that would have been about a 200-point trade, which would have been solid, right? The other solid setup would have been actually the higher low setup here. And I believe, I know I deleted this already, but this higher low test would have been Globex. This would have been the Globex level check here, and it would have presented you another solid move to the upside. So anyways, those were my trades I took today. I just wanted to give a quick high level because people had asked how I traded the chop. That's how I traded the chop today. Anyways, please drop a like, subscribe, comments below, anything to help me build out my audience as I continue to grow as a day trader. I appreciate it again, and we'll see you guys around. Take care, guys.